Is that a Ruin Sentinel? Ugh. As if I haven't had enough of those already. I have to fight 6 in a row now. Welcome to Castle Drangleic.
Yo, what's up everyone? Colby Cheese here once again for another Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. So today I wanted to just quickly give you an update on I guess my release schedule. So I did pick up my job and I'll be working pretty much most of the week, as well as trying to do a little bit of my streaming schedule where I stream like 2 hours a day. So I'm going to do my best to upload as many of these YouTube videos as possible. I may be a little bit slow for the first week or so, but once I get back into the hang of getting these done efficiently and on my spare time, I should be able to have them rolling out. That's about it. Let's jump into the game footage.
Alright, so last time we finished off the final primal bonfire, and basically what that means is the rest of the game is just going to pick up or ramp up in difficulty somewhat, because they don't expect you to have, I guess, noob weapons or whatever at this point. So we're going to start off at the forked road and we're going to head this direction out this way, and of course we're going to have to fight all of the bulging ballsack enemies. Let's go ahead and clean those guys up. Of course, you should be having no problem with these guys, since your weapon is most likely upgraded enough to deal with it at this point. And I'm just going to run around, clean up everything, make sure I pick up any items that I may have missed. And, okay, here we go. One little thing on the cliff. Ring of Life Protection. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You know, the interesting thing about this zone here, or getting to the next area, Castle Drangleic, is that, you know, it requires normally for you to actually kill all of the primal... Oh, hey, hold that thought. Look at this. This is a rehash on an enemy we've seen before. If you guys went the backwards way to the Lost Bastille, you remember fighting this guy on the pirate ship? Also pretty simple. Since you have way more damage at this area in the game, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad, as you can see there. So anyways, what I was going to say is that normally you need to kill all of the, or light up all of the primal bonfires in order to head through this next area. But you can actually skip it if you were to, let's see, this door right here will not open unless you lit up all the bonfires. But if you have 1 million into your soul memory, which is that number in the top right of the character screen, it'll actually open for you. So I've seen some people do speed runs, for example, where they just go to the Iron King and they use bonfire ascetics over and over again to farm that guy, because he has he drops like 2 different souls in New Game Plus, and you can get quite a lot that way, and they'll do like 3 runs and get up to 1 million from that. But anyways, just food for thought. Let's kill this Hide Knight, and I believe he drops the Hide Lance, if I remember correctly. Real quick, I want to try out this little spear that I've had for a while. It's the, okay, yeah, it has a really funny moveset on it. So this is the spear you get from dropping those little smooth and silky stones. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check my video about smooth and silky stones. I have a video that I did a little while back. But this is pretty cool. Strong attack will actually buff up your attack damage. Ooh, these guys are a little annoying right here. This little area is a bit weird, because these guys are up there shooting crossbows at you. Best thing to do is just run straight to them, but then they pull out the big swords. So make sure you have, a good sweeping attack from range, or you can, just do what I do and run around frantically until you find an opening. And that's pretty much Dark Souls Soul for you. Running around frantically until you find openings. Just sounds like I'm playing PvP at that point, right? Alright, let's go ahead and move back to the dagger. That's, that weapon's kind of funny to use and all, but it's not upgraded. My dagger's upgraded. Behind this rock there is an item. Holy Water Urn. I don't know if you'll ever use that. I don't actually ever use those urns. Oh, hey, Basilisk. Alright, so in order to kill this guy, I need to use the 2-handed attack. Alright! Alright, yeah, definitely. Oh, that was nice. That was actually a chunk and a slab. Yeah, I would have never come back to that area. Alright, so look up. This is actually a really cool looking castle. This is Castle Drangleic. Nice little scenery. It looks kind of weird. It's almost like it's like a weird art style of the fact that it's just like black with gray bold outlines. I don't know. So these guys come to life, these little mastodon enemies. I like to pull them back a bit because there are some guys over there with crossbows shooting at you. Best thing to do here is kill them from range. Since they do clump up, it's a little bit more difficult to fight them safely. They're not too hard one-on-one just because they are so slow. I like to use poison arrows. Poison arrows kill them very quickly, as you can see. Once they start to get poisoned, they're like, ouch! And they're very, very slow. If you do have to get up into melee range, they're also still not that bad. Alright, the trick to this part right here, you need to kill these guys next to those little altars. In fact, that guy I didn't kill close enough. In order to get through this next door, and this is a mechanic you'll see a few times in the next zone, as you have to kill enemies next to these little soul capture points. That guy, you'll notice, I killed him close enough, and it activated that little statue, which is going to, you know, spin that little lever. So this guy here, I'm going to kill him. Now, if you're pure melee and you don't use any range at all, you'll notice these guys just keep on coming. It's really weird and frustrating. So you can get overwhelmed very easily here if you try to just run up and do it right. And then yet another one comes. There's a lot of guys. They're all around that left. Woo! Almost died. That would have sucked. Actually, it really does suck dying in this area. Another one! I swear, there's like 8 of them. I don't know, man. It's ridiculous. Anyways, the point is, if you die here, it can be quite frustrating because you have to run all the way back from the forked road. So do your best to stay alive here if you don't want to hate your life. I believe I've killed all of those guys. Let's go ahead and check around the left corner, and you can see kind of where they are. I guess this is where they're all standing at in this little... It's just they're all clumped up in here, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and walk through that front door. And up here is a ghost that you can talk to. He's also a vendor. And this is where I'm going to finally buy some better arrows. You can buy some lightning arrows from this guy. You can also buy a couple of other things as well. I'm not really going to go over it, but you know, it's a nice little vendor for now. Just make sure that you exhaust all of your dialogue options from him for the moment. There is a throne room up here, which doesn't really contain anything other than 2 chairs. Like, oh, that must have been where the king and the queen sat. I'm not going to go in there. Once you go in there at New Game Plus, you will find that it has 2 Pursuer Knights, and you can get the Ring of Blades +2, which is 50 extra attack damage. For now, though, I like to fight these guys with Dagger, because backstabbing them will pretty much one-shot them. Of course, I used a falchion on accident, so we're going to kind of pull it back a little bit. These dudes are pretty beast if you get them as more than one at a time. They tend to turtle up really bad. If you get to the point to where they just keep holding their shield up, you can do the shield break attack, which is the forward R1 attack, forward light attack. That's a little bit hard to do before they start swinging at you, so I just rely on backstabbing, or if I can't find it. They also have a weird backstab location, so a lot of times I tend to just like poke at them a little bit. You'll get the hang of it eventually. Just make sure that you try to focus on attacking them from behind after their swinging animation. Now, if you run around that left side, you're going to have even more enemies to deal with, and it's pointless. Just make sure you come around this right side. Be careful, though. As you can see, this door is filled with some more of these big 2-handed sword guys. They really hurt. So do your best to either block or roll under here. Honestly, this zone is really easy if you have a good tower shield. But rolling under them, you got to make sure you have enough adaptability to deal with it. Okay, we're coming up on probably one of the most time-consuming and annoying areas that From has put into the game, at least if you want to get all of the items. Otherwise, it's not that bad. Okay, so the main thing to keep in mind here, walk in here slowly. All of these statues will open up. They will all aggro you, and they are not easy. Best thing to do is use lightning. They are weak to lightning. So I'm going to actually skip around in this zone because it's very monotonous. What I'm going to do is show you, okay, so you get about 2 at a time. You're going to try and fight those guys. What I like to do is let them do their little attack animation, just like that. Oh, okay. sometimes get hit by it, and then just swing away, swing away, swing a little, swing, 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 and then boom, they're dead. Alrighty. Now, the trick here is you want to kill them next to those little doorways. You'll notice that doorway opened up right there. And the real problem comes with the fact that once you once you start opening up those doors, guess what? You're gonna have to deal with some Ruin Sentinels. Yep, that's right. You have 6, or maybe it's just 5. I think you have 5 Ruin Sentinels, one behind each one of the doors except for the correct door. So if all you care about is getting through this area and leaving, it's the very first door on the right. But I'm gonna move around from the left side and try to open all of the doors and kill these Ruin Sentinels. For now though, I'm just gonna kind of skip past the point of me killing some of them. Otherwise this video would be like 50 minutes long of me just swinging on tanky Sentinels. They're not really, or they're kind of resistant to these slashing weapons. I think they actually take a lot of damage from the mace. If I remember correctly, whenever I was playing my strength build, I killed them very fast with the mace. So if you're like dual wielding the mace, then you should be able to beast through this zone fairly quickly. Otherwise, just be patient and dodge all of the attacks or block or whatever it is that you're doing. It's not so easy to use spells here, unfortunately for you if you are a spellcaster, but you'll get through it eventually as you murder them one by one. And of course, remember, those little guys, make sure you kill them close to the doors. Now that little area right there, you can fall down. It's a little secret area called underneath Castle Drangleic, and there's another bonfire there. I'm gonna skip it right now because I would like to finish off all the enemies before I reset the zone, because if you go down there, there's no way back up other than resetting the zone. And I don't want to spend more time. Oh, dude, that was nice. You see that? I got the backhand off on him, stunned him just long enough to finish the attack. You'll notice I used my lightning weapon. This helps me finish off the area a little bit quicker. So I'm just going to show you guys the chests in case you want to decide whether you want to open them up or not. Royal Soldier's Ring, that's going to give you more equipment burden. Mastodon Greatsword, that's actually probably worth it if you are a strength build. That's a very good greatsword. Very, very good greatsword. Alright, anyhow, once you've defeated all of the enemies and open up all the doors to your liking, like I said, just go right over to the right. And you'll notice I've actually reset the zone. Blah! They won't chase you in too far. Once you get in here a little bit, you should be good to go. Yeah, they've already stopped chasing me. So, again, just that first door on the right. Oh, that's scary. That's supposed to scare the hell out of you. And that is not true. That's a lie. Don't jump out that window. You will die and not be too happy. I'm not lying to you, sirs. Okay, this little acid pit down there, there's not anything that's extremely important, but if you want to get all those items, it's actually very easy. Just take off all of your items, run through, and loot everything. I'm not going to because I've done it several times and there's nothing that I need. This room right here, make sure you roll through, roll through, roll through. Lots of poison masks. They like to poison you. The main annoying part is that this next zone here, up these stairs, are some pretty difficult knights. There's 3 of them, but you only have to fight 2 at a time because the other guy is actually just guarding the doorway, making it difficult for you to pass through, so that if you're trying to speedrun, it's like an extra layer of difficulty. For now, though, this is no different than the fight that we had earlier. Ouch! Except for that, you know, it's easy to make mistakes on these guys, but sometimes they will leave themselves exposed for those backstabs. I keep forgetting to switch to my dagger because I'll one-shot them with a dagger, but, you know, whatever the case is, not everyone has a dagger. Just make sure that you know, keep yourself healed up. If you need to run away and heal yourself, that's fine. Then you can run back in. This guy really wants to guard the doorway. Like, he keeps pushing himself back towards the door, so it can be kind of frustrating. But, you know, just wait for him to do his little 2-swing. Get your roll underneath. See, this is what I'm talking about. I tend to mess up the backstab location on these guys. Like, it's really weird. Like, where is... Okay, there it is. Backstab complete. Now, that picture, that painting, that black thing right there, don't go over there. It's a trap. No, really. I went up, just as a joke, I was just being silly. I went up and I attacked it and it cursed me. The damn painting curses you. Anyways, once you get up these staircases, you are going to get invaded by this usurper guy. You'll actually get invaded by this guy a few times. In any case, just make sure that you run back down there. It's a little bit harder to fight him on those staircases because you can fall off. So I like to run right into this room here and finish him up. This is where you have an actual... he tries to two-hand a dagger on you. Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. Come on. You don't two-hand a dagger. You do plenty of damage one-handed with a dagger. When you two-hand a weapon, by the way, guys, you just gain a strength bonus from it. So, two-handing a dagger, I mean, yes, you're going to get more damage, sure. But you use a lot more endurance. It's not worth it. Silly mofo. Okie dokie. A couple things to note here. You can jump down from right there and unlock a bonfire, or you can just walk there the normal way and use the ladder. That's up to you. I'll show you how to get there the normal way. Not here. It's kind of funny. All right, so you just come over here to this ladder. You can kind of slide right on down, and that's exactly where we were just looking at. There's a hidden door. This is the bonfire, so go ahead and light up the bonfire if you would like to. It's going to give you that shortcut because we're almost at the boss. And there is another ladder right here as well. And one last item before we head to the boss area. These are some weird statues. I don't think you actually saw it in the footage, but they like to shoot corrosive acid at you as you're walking by. I've never really been hit by them. Oh yeah, Hunter's Black Bow. I think that bow mainly just gives me a lot of extra range. So I honestly don't understand the point of that. Like, my short bow already has plenty of range. I've never had a situation where I was like, damn, if only I had more range on this bow. Alright, so running through here, you will find the queen. She's a liar. A liar. Murder her. No, can't really do that. Anyways, you can talk to her if you'd like to. Otherwise, you are now at the boss. And if you need help with this one, make sure to watch my boss kill series and I'll show you how to do it. Otherwise, good luck, bros, and I'll see you around for the next episode. I'm Colby Cheese. Peace out.